Right, hello and welcome to yet another Dragonpme tutorial. One thing that has been doing my head in from switching between Windows and Mac is being the task manager. Now many people know probably is about the Control-Alt-Delete task manager that is apparent in Windows. For example, MSN crashes on Windows, Control-Alt-Delete task manager, and you go to the processes and you click this, that and the other, and then you click delete the process and boom, your crash program has disappeared. Well, now what happens if something crashes on a Mac? Now I must say it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, you'll be like Control-Alt-Delete, oh wait, it doesn't matter. Why? Because it's a Mac OS X. Now Mac has something called the the force quit menu, which is this little shortcut thingamajig, which makes no sense because you're a Windows user, which is actually Apple Alt and Escape. See the little circle with the arrow pointing to the left and up, a bit like the mail sign that Austin Powers uses, yeah, well anyway, Apple Alt Escape, or in this specific order, Alt Apple Escape. So I'm gonna just press Apple Alt Escape and up pops the force quit menu. So this is kind of a basic view of the force quit thing. Basically you have a program here. Well, I've only got 3 programs open at the moment. I shall open QuickTime just to give us a gander. Okay, let's pretend QuickTime crashed. Okay, so we've pressed Apple Alt and Escape and we've got this little thingamajig open. Click it, force quit, and if you'll notice you get like a warning, are you sure? Force quit, and off it goes, and you'll see the arrow has disappeared from the dock. No harm done whatsoever. But now, what about the more advanced things, such as well, in fact, I'm not sure, because I'm not sure what advanced things you need to know. And if you're a Mac user, I'm sure you probably don't even want to know about these stupid abundance of processes. Anyway, here I have the activity monitor. So 2 seconds, I'll just quit that for the moment. I have it quickly in the dock here, but if you don't have it, you can click on Spotlight and type in activity or activity monitor, and you should get this activity monitor. This is a more technical, more advanced view of the task manager, which you should see in Windows. Right, so we see here we have all these abundance of processes, of which the Apple Mac runs very well. You see I've got Norton here. I installed Norton and it's been useless, if I'm honest. Maybe I should uninstall it because it's pointless. My point is, this is the more advanced version of Task Manager. So for example, if you want to randomly end a task because you feel like it's useless, or you feel like you want to crash the system. I've never tried this before. If I just end a random thing, it might crash the system, I don't know. But basically, if you feel like breaking something, you could probably come here. I'm guessing if you do end something, you would quite safely be able to restart the computer and everything should be back to normal. So yeah, that's all I've got to say really, apart from the fact that you can obviously, with it being a Mac, you could probably search Windows, for example. No processes under Windows. Finder. Oh, too many E's. Finder. There it's there. You quit the process. Force quit. You notice that my desktop and stuff have gone, but it automatically reopens because Mac doesn't really like the Finder being quit. I'm not suggesting you should do this. I'm just saying if you just want to know where this thing is and you can get all these type of informations and stuff like that. I've never used this. I only discovered this today, if I'm honest to you, because I always wondered, is there an advanced view? Is there an advanced view to the processes? And it is indeed. It's very advanced compared to the Apple Alt Escape option. You see, there's all these processes that I, to be honest, don't have a clue what they do. But it doesn't slow the system down. Yeah, there's a little thing here that says inactive processes. See, all these things here are actually not used. Probably is just sitting there in the RAM. I don't know. Just waiting to be used, I suppose. But the good thing I mentioned there about the RAM, the good thing about a Mac is it has excellent RAM allocation. I don't know how it works. I'm not a computer programmer, but apparently it's very good in allocating the RAM. For example, you're using Firefox, but you've minimized it, but you want to use something else. The RAM allocation for some reason is a little bit better than Windows. So I've been told. Through experience, it's been pretty much on the mark. For example, I haven't used Firefox in a while, yet when I click it, it's instantly there. What can I say apart from that's all I've got time for? Well, I've got all night if I'm honest, but that's all. Oh, this is something I like to do on a Mac, just as a quick throw in, is if I've got an abundance of icons that are related. No, that I use like all these little files to make little films and stuff for university or college, as some Americans like to call it. I just like to, clump them together so they don't take up much desktop room. Apparently you're not meant to run this type of movie stuff off the desktop anyway, but I don't care. So yeah, that's my little system, if you like. Simply dragging and moving an abundance of anyway. Right, that's all I really wanted to say today about the activity monitor. If you want to find out how much processes is being used by green, which is the user, red, the system, and blue, nice. Now I don't know what nice is. If someone out there knows what the nice processor is, please somebody tell us. It's not being used. The 75% idle. I don't know. If there's anyone out there that could tell me what nice is, I would be much appreciated if you would leave a comment to tell me what it is. I don't know. I'm only a teenager. How am I meant to know? I don't know. But anyway, if anyone knows about the nice, please tell me. I hope you've learned something today. If you're a PC user thinking about switching to Mac, there is a task manager, although it's not necessarily straight away on the dock, because Apple Alt Escape usually does the trick. In fact, it's always done the trick. I've never really needed the activity monitor. I'm sure technical people who want to do complex things that's not really needed, or if you wanted to do something like that, you would get a PC, I suppose. But yeah, I hope you've learned something. If you're a new Mac user and you weren't sure what the little circle thing in here was for, or what these little symbols mean, if you notice on the keyboard itself, this here, which is the Alt button, and this here, which is the Apple button, but the little circle thing, I was a bit confused, but that's actually Escape. So Apple Alt Escape for the quick forced quit. I hope you've learned something. If you're a PC user thinking about switching to Mac, I think it's a heck of a lot easier to use a Mac than a PC, and it runs a little bit faster, if I'm honest. Now I don't own an Intel Mac, so please don't ask me about how to use Windows and stuff, because I own PowerPC, which was pre-Windows usable Macs. Does that make sense? So I don't have any experience in that, but when I do buy a new Mac, which will be in a long time, because this little mini Mac, although it's 4 years old, is got a heck of a lot of punch in it. Thanks for listening. I hope you've learned something, and if you haven't, then damn, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.